Okay, what like now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be less than time.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to yoga. If you know that you like to sit on a block to start, or you want a blanket to pad your knees, when we come to hands and knees, maybe grab those now before you start the video and have them ready. And then as you're ready to start, find your seat. Draw the flesh away from your sitting bones. Let your legs feel a little bit relaxed and heavy. Your shoulders gently release down away from your ears and lifting just through the top of your head, creating a little bit of length and resting your hands on your thighs. And you might rest your hands palms down, which is very grounding. Or you might place your hands palm up, which is very open and receiving. And take a moment to notice how you feel. So just scanning through your body, noticing if there are any parts of your body that need a little bit of extra care. Notice how you feel emotionally, how your energy is, just checking in with yourself. And take a nice, deep breath and a big releasing sigh. Good, another cleansing breath, nice, deep breath. Let it go. One more. And begin to draw your attention in. Notice the movement of your breath, allowing your breath to be just as it is. And just feeling your breath as it moves from your nose, through your chest, into your lungs, feeling the expansion around your inhale and the soft release around your exhales. And as you sit with your breath, just allowing everything else to drift away for a little bit. Anything that you don't need right now, you can always pick up later. Just take about 5 breaths. Sweet, soft, natural breaths. On your next inhale, inhale and count to 4 as you inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for the count of 2 right at the top of your inhale. And then exhale, count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 2. So inhaling for 4 counts. Pause for 2. Exhale to the count of 4. And pause with empty lungs for 2. Just keep that going for a few rounds. Breathing into 4. Pause for 2. Exhale for 4. And pause. Good, 2 more like that. Pausing at the top of your inhale in stillness. And pausing at the bottom of your inhale, of your exhale. Good, last one. Come back to your natural breath. Just drop your chin to your chest. Take the palms of your hands together and rub them vigorously. Create heat. And when they feel really hot, bring your hands to your eyes, just cupping your palms around your eyes, feeling the heat coming in around your eye sockets. And then as your hands begin to cool, just softly rubbing around your eyebrows, your temples, cheekbones, jaw, back of your neck. Blinking your eyes open. And as you're ready, releasing your hands down. Just take your hands behind you a little bit and lengthen your legs in front and roll your feet. So a few times in one direction and then a few times in the opposite. Your breath is still soft and natural, and then give your legs a little bounce. Just waking them up, feeling everything a bit soft and easy and flowy. You might shake your hands out. Good. And then pause, come to stillness, and just notice. After shaking legs and hands, you might still feel that energy moving. And then draw your legs back in. Take your hands to your knees. Feel your sitting bones down into the floor, into your block, and begin to slowly circle your torso. Just rolling over your sitting bones, creating some space in your body. Feeling your hips. Noticing how your back feels. Circle the opposite direction. Audible exhales are always welcome. Just releasing. Good. One more time around. And then come back through center. Lift up through the crown of your head like there's a little string drawing you up. And as you breathe in, rock to the fronts of your sitting bones. Draw your chest through. And as you exhale, rock to the backs of your sitting bones, round your shoulders, drop your chin to your chest, just moving through your spine. So breathing in, coming forward. And exhale, rock back. Good, 3 more like that. Breathing in, coming forward, opening up. And exhale, rounding your back. Moving with your breath, partnering breath and movement. Good. Come back. And then come back up through center. Just reach your fingers out from your hips. Expand right across the top of your chest. Arms reach up. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up. Good. Take a breath and a sigh. Release your right fingers down and slowly draw yourself over. Drop your left sitting bone down into the floor, opening up along the side of your body. Your gaze might come up under your arm. And then on your next inhale, come up, reach up, and bring yourself over. Moving slowly, mindfully, your gaze might come up under your arm. Just moving your spine from side to side. Good, come up, reach up. And turn your chest to the right. Take your right hand behind you, your left hand comes across. Gently draw your shoulder back. Feel the string drawing you up from the crown of your head. Your gaze might come back a little bit, expanding right across your collarbones. Breathe. On your next inhale, up through center, reach. Turn to the left and twist, revolving your spine. Gently drawing your left shoulder back, expanding right across your collarbones. Shoulders just dripping down away from your ears. Good. Perfect. Come back up, reach up. Bring your hands down, and we're going to come over into child's pose. So you can take your block off your mat if you're using one. Come over, you might take your knees wide or together. Sitting bones come back toward your heels. Your arms can be forward, forehead to the floor. You might stack your arms under your forehead for a little bit of support. Just gently rounding your spine and dropping down into the earth element. So feeling grounded, feeling rooted, feeling stable. Just pausing for 5 breaths. Drawing into yourself, letting your breath be as it is. Your shoulders gently dropping forward. Good, one more breath. And then placing your hands on the floor, lifting yourself up and coming to the back of your mat and taking a seat right on your heels. Bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to come through a little flow just to get our energy moving. As we inhale, we're going to rise up to your shins, reach up. Exhale, your arms sweep forward, extended child's pose. As you inhale, snake along the floor, come to cobra. And then toes turn under, rise up, downward facing dog. Heels touch down, collarbones lift, cow. Sorry, knees touch down, did I say heels? Sit right back on your heels, hands to heart. Good, so breathe in, rise up to your shins, reach up. And as you exhale, arms sweep forward, extended child's pose. Inhale, snaking along the floor, opening up into cobra. Toes turn under, rise up, down dog. Knees touch down, collarbones lift. And sit right back on your heels. Good, 3 more rounds. So breathe in, extend. Then exhale, reach. Inhale, snake forward along the floor. Come into your back bend, thighs down, tops of your feet down, elbows in tight. Toes turn under, press the floor away, down dog. Knees touch down, collarbones lift. Good, come right back to your heels. As you inhale, rise, reach, lift. Exhale, come down and reach. Inhale, snake low along the floor. Bring yourself into your back bend. And then toes turn under, downward facing dog. Knees touch down, collarbones lift. Sit right back onto your heels. Let's do one last round. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, extend forward. As you inhale, keep low along the floor. Come into cobra. Toes turn under, press the floor away, down dog. Good, knees touch down, collarbones lift. And take a seat right on your heels, hands to heart. Take your gaze to your fingertips. Just pause. Good. Reach your hands down and bring yourself into child's pose. Forehead down. And then reach your hands forward. Come along the floor and come into Sphinx pose. So elbows come right under your shoulders, forearms to the floor, tops of your feet ground, your thighs ground, your pubic bone grounds, and your hands begin to gently pull back at the front of your mat. So opening up into your chest, stretching into both sides of your abdomen, and creating some compression around your low back. Pause and breathe. Feeling the lower half of your body very rooted. Spread the tops of your toes. Good. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, gently draw your right shoulder back. Look back over your shoulder. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, draw your left shoulder back. Look back over your shoulder. Good. Come back through center. Right shoulder draws back. Look back. Back through center. And your exhale, twist you to the left. Good. Come back through center. Stack your hands and come down into crocodile pose. Rest your forehead. Give your hips a little wiggle from side to side, just releasing around your low back, feeling that connection down into the earth element again, drawing up stability from the earth. And then lift your gaze, bring your hands back by your chest. Rise up to all fours. Press the floor away. Engage your hands, drawing up through your palms, spreading your fingers. And then send your right foot back. Turn your toes under, press through your heel, stretch into your calf. And let your left foot come out like a little kickstand out to the left. Bring your right heel to the floor. Your right arm draws up. Your gaze rises as your shoulders stack, coming into stargazer pose. As you inhale, draw your top arm over your top ear. Bring it forward. And as you exhale, your arm reaches up and back over your hip. So inhale, arm comes up and over. Lengthen. And exhale, draw it back. Good. Breathe in. Arm comes up and over. Pause here. And let your elbow soften. Just let your arm go a little floppy and let your head go a little floppy. So feel this opening right into the top side of your ribs. So bend your top elbow, John, and let your head go a little floppy. So you're getting really soft. Good. Perfect. And then re-engage your pose. Reach your arm up. Reach to the top of your head. And then bring right hand back to the floor. Both knees come back. Both feet come behind you. And then send your left foot back. Left toes turn under. Press through your heel. Reach. And then your right foot comes out to the right. Left heel to the floor. Left arm draws up. So opening your hips, opening your shoulders. Your gaze might come up. And as you inhale, your top arm slowly reaches over your head, just opening up all along the top side of your body. And as you exhale, your arm comes up and back over your hip. Good. Breathe in. Arm comes up and over. Exhale. Reach back. Good. Next time your arm comes forward, pause. Let your arm go a little floppy. Let your elbow go. Let your fingers relax. Let your head go. It's just feeling space created right in the top of your ribs. Good. And then re-engage your pose. Reanimate it. Arm lifts up. And then your hand sweeps down to the floor. Both knees come down. Turn your toes under and rise up. Downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, draw up through your palms. Let your knees be a little bit soft. Your heels just lengthening back behind you. Spine is long. Give your head a little yes and a no. And then begin to walk your dog. Bend one knee, press the opposite heel to the floor. Just gently stretching into your legs. And then come back through center and step your feet wide out to the edges of your mat. Let your heels drop back. So your heels might come a little bit closer to the floor. It's a really lovely stretch into your lower legs. Good. As you inhale, heels lift up nice and high. Come to your tippy toes. And as you exhale, they drop back toward the floor. Good. So inhale, heels lift high. And exhale, they release back. One more. Heels lift up high. Exhale, they drop back down. Pause. Good. And then turn your toes out. So keep your heels on your mat and take your toes off. And begin to walk your hands back toward your feet. Bend your knees, coming down into a squat. We're just going to rock from side to side. So lifting one heel and then the other. Hands on the floor for support. Good. And then either letting your heels settle, or you can keep your heels lifted if that's where you need to be. Feel grounding through your feet. Bring your hands to your heart, your elbows just inside of your knees. Your elbows gently press into your knees press back into your elbows. You get that opening through your chest. And pause. Take your gaze to your fingertips. Malasana. Garland pose. Feeling very rooted. Good. And then release your right fingers down toward the floor and draw your left arm up. Take your gaze up toward your left hand. And then left fingers come down toward the floor. Right arm draws up, gaze up. Good. Fingers come back to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Come back into that duck-footed down dog. And then step your feet into hip width apart. And take a slow walk up to the front of your mat. Pausing in a nice soft forward fold. Your feet are parallel. Your knees are a little bit soft. Your spine is long. Crown of your head facing the floor. Neck is long. Spread your toes. Take your fingers to your elbows. Just a little bit of swaying from side to side. Just releasing down your back. Good. And then pause. Take your hands to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Bend your knees. Reach your arms forward and come into just a wide-footed Utkatasana chair pose. Opening through your chest, sinking into your heels. And then pressing into your feet, rise all the way up. Reach up. Interlace your fingers. Plant your feet. Take a breath in. As you exhale, standing half moon. Inhale, rise up through center. And exhale to the other side. Your feet really plugged in. Breathing in, lift. And exhale, come over. Good, rise. Come over to the other side. Come back up. Draw the palms of your hands together, gaze up to your thumbs. And bring your hands to your heart. Release your arms down. Step your feet just a little bit wider, soften your knees. Get a little bit bouncy. Good. So we're going to practice breath of joy, which right now everybody needs. Daily breath of joy. So it's 3 quick sips of breath in through your nose and a big exhale out of your mouth. So first sip, arms forward. Out to the sides. Up toward the sky. Let it go. Ha. Good. Ha. Ha. You can't do this without smiling. Ha. Good. 2 more. Ha. Last one. This time, just stay down here, soft, drop from foot to foot. Oh. So I'm really not good at time management, and my class time is about over. So place your hands on the floor, step your feet back, down dog. Oh. Knees to the floor, all fours. Just give the tops of your feet a little tap, just a little releasing tap. Good. And then sit one hip over, swing your legs around in front. Make sure there's room behind you on your mat. Arms reach forward. Take a breath in, engage all around the center of your body. And as you exhale, start to come back. So pause for your inhale. Your exhale brings you back. Good. Inhale, pause. Exhale, draw back. Pause, breathe. Exhale, come back. Oh, I don't have to do it. Pause, breathe. Exhale all the way down. Oh, release your head. Bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, and hug your knees in. Come to Apanasana, hug your knees in. Just let them float or circle. Just easing through your back. Good. Pause. Reach your arms out from your shoulders. Palms up. T pose. Both knees to the right. Reclined, twist. Shoulders drop back into the floor. Just revolving your spine, nourishing the tissue along your spine. You might turn your gaze toward your left hand if that's okay for your neck. Just a couple of breaths. Your gaze comes up first. Your knees float up. They float over to the other side. Your legs feel a bit heavy. Shoulders anchoring down. Your gaze might turn. Really feel your breath expanding through the right side of your ribs and chest. Good. Gaze up, knees up. Release the soles of your feet to the floor and bring yourself into Shavasana. So you might want to use a blanket over you to stay warm. If you're at home, you have a pillow from your bed or from your sofa, you might want to place that under your knees to take a little pressure out of your low back. And just soften. So feel yourself drop down. Your body becomes heavy, your energy drops down, and your toes are soft. And your thighs are soft and relaxed. Your tummy, your fingers just natural, gently curling in. Your jaw is relaxed. Your lips barely touch. And your eyes gently sink back into your head. Pause in stillness. So if you're at home, feel free to stay here in relaxation for as long as you want. 20 minutes if you want. You deserve it right now. You don't have to do anything anyway. Nothing's open. If you don't have much time, or your kids want you, or you need to take the dog for a walk, I'll talk you out of it. Notice your breath. That sweet, soft movement of your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your feet. Maybe softly rock your head from side to side. Stretch through your body. And then bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Just feel your back supported as it drops down. And then invite your knees in toward your tummy. Take your hands around your legs. Just gently give yourself a hug. And softly roll to one side. Pause for a couple of breaths. And as you feel ready, bring yourself up. Just coming back to close your practice. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. And may all beings live in peace. Namaste. Thank you. See you soon. Chocolate is required.